Most people think of Mantou as nothing more than a simple steamed bun. It's something you can eat with a meal, plain and practical. But in Chinese culture, Mantou has carried a much deeper meaning for centuries. Recently, a small group of students under the guidance of Dr. Wu Baolin took part in an unusual but meaningful act. They prepared Mantou and later brought them to the ocean, where the buns were released into the water. At first glance, this might seem strange or symbolic in a vague way, but when seen through the lens of Chinese tradition, it becomes something much more grounded and familiar. This kind of act reflects an old idea that physical objects can carry intention, mark transitions, and help bring closure to events in life. Historically, Mantou was never just food. Early Chinese texts show that it appeared in formal gatherings and seasonal rituals. Over time, it became connected with offerings, ceremonies, and important life events. In many parts of China, specifically shaped dough items have long been used in weddings, funerals, festivals, and religious practices. These aren't just decorative or edible items, they are made, presented, and handled in ways that give them meaning. One famous story tells of Zhuge Liang, who is said to have replaced human sacrifices with dough figures. Whether the story is historically accurate or not, it reflects a powerful idea. Something simple, like a piece of dough, can stand in for something much larger. It can represent, carry, and resolve. When the Mantou were brought to the ocean and released, the act was not about disposal, it was about completion. Water, especially the ocean, has long been seen as a place of transition. It represents movement, change, and return. When something is placed into water, it leaves the human world and enters something larger. It is no longer held, controlled, or revisited. In this sense, releasing the Mantou in the sea becomes a way of letting something go fully. It marks the end of a process. This reflects a broader principle found in traditional Chinese thought. Not everything is resolved through explanation or analysis. Some things are resolved through action, through doing something simple, correctly, and at the right time. What makes this especially interesting is that it is not just history, it is something being practiced today. Across China and within certain Chinese teachings, lineages, these ideas continue in subtle ways. Objects are not seen as fixed in meaning. A Mantou can be food in one moment and something symbolic in another. Its role depends on how it is used, where it is placed, and what intention is carried with it. This way of thinking is deeply connected to traditional Chinese medicine, Taoist practice, and systems like the Yijing. In all of these, the focus is on relationships, timing, and alignment, rather than rigid categories. To a modern observer, releasing a few buns into the ocean might seem small or even insignificant, but within this tradition, it reflects a refined understanding of how to bring things to a close. Instead of holding on, overthinking, or trying to control every outcome, there is another approach. You prepare something, you act with intention, and then you release it. That is the logic behind the Mantou, and in a world where people often struggle to let go, that idea may be more relevant than ever.